Today we're talking about ICP and yet another cool feature called Chain Fusion, and we'll discuss that and their competitors. It'll be fairly brief. 6 days a week, usually in the mornings, afternoon, I do a tip, tool, or coin analysis. I tend to try to dive into coins, learn as much as we can about them and how they work. And then later in the day, if it warrants it and there's interesting news on Hedera or ICP, because I think they're both doing interesting things and they're very different to other layer 1 solutions that are out there. Chain Fusion on ICP, I believe I first read about it maybe back in July. They posted a quick little post about it today, pushing to their website, but listen to what they had to say.
Internet compute is very focused on compute and is processing about 360,000 Ethereum equivalent transactions a second right now. So there's a lot of compute happening on the internet computer blockchain. Those smart contracts don't work exactly the same way as smart contracts on Ethereum. They're asynchronous. That makes some things in DeFi a bit harder. And so we're focusing on integrating with other blockchains. So we have a thing called Chain Fusion. Technical name, Chain Key. It means that the internet computer network can directly interoperate with other blockchains without a bridge.
And this is their landing page. I'll put a link to it for Chain Fusion. Unifying Web3. They have code snippets. They talk about how you can utilize it. Here's a good explanation they had a while ago. Why use the Chain Fusion tech to build or enhance your DApp? The tech stack of Chain Fusion allows developers to create powerful DApps by fusing together the components and unique capabilities of different chains. They call it fusing them together as opposed to something like a Wormhole or an Axelar, which is more of a message passing and a bridge. So Chain Fusion enables seamless interoperability between different blockchains. It allows various blockchains to be fused into the internet computer, essentially integrating their functionalities and data directly into the ICP ecosystem. While something like a Wormhole is a cross-chain messaging protocol that connects multiple blockchains, allowing them to interoperate more efficiently. However, unlike Chain Fusion, Wormhole does not integrate chains into a single ecosystem, but rather it facilitates communication between them. So there's an integration of ICP versus a communication with something like a Wormhole. Either way, I think it's an excellent functionality that is needed. From my cursory review and articles that I've read, I don't see it as something that would displace a Wormhole or an Axelar. I think that it just provides yet another way. It's really going to depend on the use case and probably the blockchains, depending upon how much of an integration they need, because it probably will still be much faster if you don't need a really strong integration to just use something like a Wormhole for message passing. So take a look at it. I'll put a link to it, but I think this is something we're going to see a lot more of. Anything that will help someone who's building these DApps and maybe they're not sure which chain to put it on. They put it on a particular chain and they want to have it on another one. Maybe one of them has some functionality that another one doesn't. I mean, it's getting ugly with so many chains until some of these start dying off. You know, like any market, companies tend to grow to meet the need. They come up with all sorts of solutions, but eventually some of them will die off. But at the moment, it's just the Wild West and there are so many different chains. And if you're trying to create these DApps, things can change from one to the other. And it's not uncommon for companies or cryptos to move on to another chain. I think the marketplace is going to need this more and more as some of these apps grow and some of the functionality changes. Have a great day. Hope this was helpful. Please do subscribe, leave comments if you've got them. And as always, my disclaimer, big dumb animal, don't do what I do. Informational purposes only. Let's make generational wealth together with crypto. Thanks for watching.